Senator Professor Warren. Okay. Spitting the appropriate amount of nails.
She was
in
on
my
fire
personal
yesterday.
opinion. All right. I have a lot of things going on.
Yeah. You barely made it to your own show.
Yes, I was a little bit late.
Yes.
Oh well. Okay, that's fine. It's I'm surprised I'm still allowed to talk. Did we change the show to Good Morning Gilead? Oh, I didn't get down here in time to tell you to use Fight Song. Don't use Walking on Sunshine. We're not walking on sunshine ever. Hi.
You're late because you're doing your makeup, wasn't it, Cecily?
Yes, Trevor.
At least your mic works this morning. We tested it.
Oh, thank God.
You're welcome.
Yesterday I was silenced. Okay. We have a lot. We have Bob Seska and Carlos Alzraki.
Yes.
Obviously, the fallout continues. Can I just say this in my morning stack? I don't even want to focus on this bull. Who leaked it? Who cares? That's what the right wing's trying to do, right? Like, the Ted Cruz, they need to be prosecuted to go to jail for a very long time.
No law was broken.
Exactly. It's not even illegal.
Yeah.
It's like a draft opinion. It's not classified. It's not.
And it seems that the Supreme Court loves its fundamental right to privacy.
Yeah.
Yes, they're very huffy about the right to privacy, aren't they?
Yeah.
It's almost like they had no choice in the matter of the memo being leaked, did they? Huh.
But this is just like all the rules that Donald Trump trampled over because they weren't codified. It was just an accepted norm.
Yeah.
Right.
That's exactly what this is. So you know what?
But this is like Republican get a clue. Was it Pudgeway and Lawyer with a candlestick? Did a liberal law clerk do it or a conservative? About John Roberts? Was it left in the printer? That one would be funny if someone just left it in the printer.
Ginny Thomas picked it up.
Ginny Thomas
Ginny
has been
Thomas got
speculated.
drunk and leaked it.
Well, that's the thing. Who cares? You don't know. They're trying to cement in the right wing votes. They're trying to. Who knows? Or someone's trying to create blowback to change their minds. I have no idea. But it's okay. But you knew that's what they were going to do.
Of course.
And every legal expert is like, there is no law has been broken.
No.
Here.
Yeah.
But they're going to focus on, oh my God, this is awful, and we've got to prosecute this.
They were
A
fine when
norm
Trump
has
broke-
been broken, but that's not prosecutable.
Well, a norm, taking a right away that people have had for 50 years is also a norm.
Yeah.
That's being broken. I mean,
They broke all kinds of norms when Trump was in office.
oh my God. Let's hear from the president yesterday. Okay. All right.
If it becomes a law and if what is written is what remains, it goes far beyond the concern of whether or not there is the right to choose. It goes to other basic rights, the right to marry, the right to determine a whole range of things. Because one of the issues that this court, many of the members of the court, a number of the members of the court, have not acknowledged is that there is a right to privacy in our Constitution. I strongly believe there is. I think the decision in Griswold was correct overruling it. I think the decision in Roe was correct because there's a right to privacy. There can be limitations on it, but it cannot be denied.
The way he's framing it is absolutely perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Yeah. What was I going to say? Oh, by the way, yes, seriously, them talking about, the DOJ needs to get up. Really? It's fine to not prosecute the overthrow of the United States government, but the DOJ needs to get on this. Which
law needs to be broken for the DOJ to
right.
investigate it.
National Review said there must be a full-blown investigation to identify hold leakers accountable. The leak is intolerable. It cannot go unpunished. Ted Cruz said, I hope whoever is responsible is not only fired instantly, is prosecuted, serves real jail time for violating the confidences of the Supreme Court. Blah, 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 blah. Yes, and Renato Mariotti, former prosecutor, said leaking a Supreme Court decision is not a crime.
Right.
It is unlikely any prosecution would be successful if the leaker already had legal access to the opinion.
Exactly.
Another law professor said it's not classified. As far as I can tell, there's no federal criminal law that directly prohibits disclosure of a
Nope.
but that's their, look over there.
Exactly.
Because I got to tell you, they're scared. They know that
They
they have caught
should
the
be.
car. They have, poked the sleeping giant. And it's... by the way, Greg tweets, it just dawned on me that more effort will be put into the FBI investigating the SCOTUS draft leak than in the FBI looking into the thousands of calls about Kavanaugh's sexual assault allegations. 4,500 to be exact. What about perjury? He not only perjured himself about a bunch of other stuff, but about this. All of them perjured themselves.
23, the last clip on your...
Oh,
That's
yes.
just a montage of all of them lying under oath.
Oh, yes, here we are. Yes, go ahead.
Roe versus Wade is an important precedent of the Supreme Court. It was decided in 1973, so it's been on the books for a long time. It has been challenged on a number of occasions, and I discussed those yesterday, and the Supreme Court has reaffirmed the decision, sometimes on the merits, sometimes in Casey, based on stare decisis. And I think that when a decision is challenged and it is reaffirmed, that strengthens its value.
I would tell you that Roe versus Wade, decided in 1973, is a precedent of the United States Supreme Court. It has been reaffirmed, so a good judge will consider it as precedent of the United States Supreme Court, worthy as treatment of precedent like any other.
As a judge, it is an important precedent of the Supreme Court. By it, I mean Roe v. Wade and Planned Parenthood versus Casey. Reaffirmed many times. Casey is precedent on precedent.
Roe is not a super precedent because calls for its overruling have never ceased, but that doesn't mean that Roe should be overruled.
Okay, could you load the liar cannon, please? All of you. All of you.
You're a lying sack of crap.
Impeach all of them for lying under oath.
Thank you.
Sack of liquid crap.
You're liars. You're meddling in things that are none of your business.
I say you're a lying scumbag.
Oh, you're a liar. You're just a liar. You always were.
Okay, that's
If and you ain't the granddaddy of all liars.
We need one for
We
each
may
of
have
them.
overloaded the lawyer.
Okay.
Well,
You told me to load the entire liar cannon.
I said lawyer cannon. Same thing.
Oh, well,
Liar lawyers.
I get it.
We needed one for each of them who lied.
Right. Oh my God!
Yeah.
Seriously, there's no bald face if you listen to exactly the way they phrased it. Okay. Wow, Susan Collins, the most easily tricked idiot in the entire world.
I would play poker with her.
I don't know. That's not what he said to me. I'm very disappointed.
Oh,
the president
that's
said
a
it
good
right.
impression of her.
Not as good as yours.
Well, you
I
know.
believe a woman's right to choose is fundamental. Roe has been the law of the land for almost 50 years. Basic fairness and stability of our law demand that it not be overturned. Pelosi and Schumer said several of these conservative justices, who are in no way accountable to the American people, have lied to the U.S. Senate, ripped up the Constitution, defied both precedent and the Supreme Court's reputation. Being that they all lied, so we're supposed to believe, Alito, that this only applies to abortion. This certainly won't be. I mean, first of all, that's bad enough, right? That is egregious enough but to kind of go, oh yeah, we're not trying to come for any other rights. I mean, it's okay.
We see you. We know you. We don't trust you.
Yeah. Our friend A.G. Mueller, she wrote, said this country has been hijacked by Christo-fascists. We take it back through the ballot. Apathy is not an option. #vote. Adam Schiff said similar. I understand the impulse for despair, but it's not too late to protect the right to choose. Congress must codify protections for abortion rights. We must abolish the filibuster to pass Women's Health Protection Act now. People elected us to lead, not lament. Let's do it. Here we are again. It was Manchin. It was Manchin that blocked this bill. Right? One guy blocked the bill that came out of the House.
Yeah.
And so, okay, so call Susan Collins and the also easily tricked Lisa Murkowski.
Yeah.
Right? Whoever else, right? To say, okay, then help us get rid of the filibuster or vote for, Roe v. Wade to be codified, right? George Takei, those justices lied in their confirmation hearings about Roe being settled law. That is grounds to impeach them. Thank you. Or at least to expand the court to counter the effect of their blatant and intentional deception. We've been saying that forever, but if this isn't reason, I don't know what is. These are three illegitimate by an illegitimate president in the first place, and okay.
I mean, while we're at, let's get to Clarence Thomas too, because his wife was working with insurrectionists, and he did not recuse himself from any of those cases.
Right.
So let's just get rid of all four of them.
Right. Oh, Jon Stewart went where you went. He said, so it appears the Supreme Court believes their opinions have a fundamental right to privacy. Yes. Good one. Then everyone collided getting to that show. Yeah. Get funny, not really funny, but funny more like. Okay. All right. So I don't. What do you think the chances are? I don't know what at this point. What Joe Manchin, like I said yesterday, he put it on record. He said to John Thune, "I would." Meaning join the Republican Party or caucus with them if you were the leader, John. It's because he doesn't personally like Mitch McConnell that our democracy is hanging by a thread, right? I mean, we've got to make him irrelevant. But, it's like we really need to hold Murkowski and Collins and all these pro-choice Republicans feet to the fire and say, okay, this is on you. Help us fix it. I don't know what else to do. Okay,
We can use I was going to say Warren's method, 22.
Oh, okay, 22, please. Thank you.
Don't talk to me about how frustrated you are because you don't like our particular constellation of Democrats. Help us get some Democrats elected who will actually make a difference. I'm mad. I'm ready to take action, but we need this entire nation to speak out. If the vast majority of people in this country want to see Roe versus Wade protected, then it's going to take all of us working on this. And yeah, it may take a little patience. It may take some frustration, but that's how we get there. And believe me, this is a fight worth having.
Yeah, I know you tried to make my head explode by sending me a headline that included Susan Sarandon's thoughts on yesterday.
Oh, God.
There were other people.
She opened her yap something about Democrats. Yeah, so she could just shut her yap right now. Yeah.
You noticed her. There were a lot of other really good people.
I wish you could just shut your big yapper.